And right in table 4 and 5, we have Team FCT and Team Emo on 5 wins, 4 losses. And any of them can still enter into the medals table in this Masters event. Okay, the game is about to go on the way. Let's quickly run through intermediate while we can see John is already picking his tiles. Okay, let's go on the way for the game. Enjoying this top-notch cracker. No player will afford to make any mistake at this point. So John is having THURLIG. I will do tall. THURL. I think it's a verb. If he gets a G float, but he's starting actually. So he can do tall or greet or get. What is Kwaku stop move?
Kwaku stop move is green for 26 points. And yes, it's okay. He has arranged on his rack. So it's probably going to play that.
Yeah, beautiful find, beautiful find. Tall will not score as much as this. This is a good find for 26 points. I can see Godwin with BUSOME.
Yes, wow. It looks like he has a bingo, Ambrose.
Yeah. Actually, I don't know the word. I'll have done Busoma.
Buso.
Yeah, I'll have done Busoma. I don't know where I'm seeing that word from. I think X. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying the word for. Yeah.
Yes.
All right, will he be able to spot Ambrose? He needs to spot this. He needs to find it. If there's a, okay, John has not committed a move. If there's a floating for him, floating of A and Mebros and S, more bosses. No float, he needs to find Ambrose and Griff. Oh, this is a really tough one.
I really do not think Ambrose is going to be landing on this board right now.
Why are you thinking that? These players are top players in Nigeria.
He has spotted it, but the space, where is he going to land? I can't.
Yeah. Grit takes an S float. We take an S float. So we should be able to spot that for 86 points. Wow. Like you said, it's looking like he's going to be missing this.
Yes.
And it might not really still affect him as the game goes on, but it's a very tough turn and he needs to get this right.
All right, I think. Oh, wow, he has not spotted it yet.
With John has a very good rack that can play to T and C. So if Victor plays Ambrose, John will play Tellora. Wow, and he's ready to land that. I think Victor has been juggling this rack. Moberos, no.
Ambrose is the only one in the rack.
As expected, we know he's going to take some couple of time to think about this rack, think through this rack. It's not looking really easy per se. I told you I'll play Busoma, I'll mix it up with the X, the X of Busoma. So, and I know John is ready to play Teloral. Anyway, he has rearranged his rack, but I know he has spotted that. Maybe he may have some little doubt for that turn.
Yes, I think he just spotted Ambrose.
Yeah, Umbu.
Oh wow! I don't think we're going to see that. I think he's going to play Ombu, and he has already done that. So he played Ombu for 20 points.
That Ombu was constrained the T for Telora. Wow, not too bad. John quickly played Bula, kept early out since his float is out, and I even guess he was kind of doubting the word at that stage. All right, Judge Godwin Victor does big D. He has Yetas. Why ETTRS? Definitely no reward. But there's some good words can play with that. Can he spot them?
He has Direct for 92, Streety for 92 as well. Storiette to the T and O from Girth and Ombu. Let's just see if it's going to be able to spot any of these moves.
Yeah, it's arranging something to going towards direct. Okay, we can see Streety on his back now. Wow, this is beautiful. I would do Streety to put the white there, sort of direct to put the E there. Are you thinking we're going to be seeing a miss again in this turn?
It's very possible that he might be doubting, Streety. But yeah, he's a master player. I think he should be very confident about this move. Also, it's still in the early stage of the game.
And this will give him a leverage as the game progresses. First to go to the sack, first to play bingo,
Yes.
a bonus extra 50 points and going to the sack. And this is a very top score bonus of 92 points. Now in the lead. John battling with heavy consonant track, just one vowel. Best move right here is toast. I told you the other time when we were streaming one other game, I told you, you don't just go for your best move. Looking at this rack leave, I'm very sure John would not want to give this set of rack, for himself. But I think that's what he's going for. This is no brainer. Yeah, just take your score and just go for the best. TTLR. Anyways, let's see where he draws.
All right, so he just committed the play of toast. And on his rack, Mr. Godwin Victor asks YAMFORE. Joe, what do you think he might be doing on this turn?
I so much love this set of rack for Ray and ME. I might not be thinking of playing a bingo. I just need to look for a 30-point score and move on with my game. Mind you, Bula right there does not take an S, it just takes an E. So we have to be checking that out, in case the game goes towards that side of the board. All right, Kwaku Top's move is Yam for 33. I think that move is cool. Blocking the Y because the Y is also a heavy flute for ×3 there. It may go funny with that choice, And we are seeing Foamy, exposing the harrow, keeping a good rack balance, but that gives a lot out. I expect him to play Yam or Foamy anyway. Foamy is not really too bad, but giving that out may be very, very costly.
And if he plays Yam, it means he's going to take out the Bula, underneath Bula.
Yeah.
That is out. So the only floats left on the board are G, R, E, and D. So I think that's what he's doing. Yam for 33 points. Beautiful find by Mr. Godwin Victor. All right. On Mr. John Aiyedun's rack, RT, LNT. Okay, JA, I think he drew the J. So it's doing jar to the R of Greece.
Don't you think quickly, I don't think he should change in this turn. Jar keeping TTLN, he needs an A to save him from that rack.
Yes, he really does.
Okay, he drew one. Drew one A already. TTL
to accompany the TRLNT leave.
And that's when the bingo is having rattling waiting there. I don't think Godwin will be going towards that way because he doesn't have an A. FOEOIRE. So he's going for flow, balancing very well. But rattling might hit him here. And who knows? The game starts all over again. Not too much lead, 96 to 145. About a 50-point lead. This rack's not looking fine. I just love John's draw right now. Picking AI to that rack is very, very cool.
I mean, yes, it doesn't really work out for everybody, but yes, if it works out for you, then that's good for you. Sometimes some people keep 5 consonants and still go ahead to draw 2 more consonants. Scrabble is really a game that doesn't promise you anything. Yes, it's very unpredictable when what you can go and pick in the bag.
Yeah. Okay, it's not doing that to I thought it was Ja that was played. Was it Jai?
No, it was J.
Okay. So he has to only play to the E to play rat line. Beautiful find. That should come down from John. And he should have a little lead now. He hasn't committed that move here. Okay.
Right. Line. So that should put him on 158. The game is now very close. I was supposed to take one bingo each.
Okay. On the other hand, Victor has Honia. Honia plays to H. Yeah, that's Tonia. And it's also a good word, but the T's are not really sorry. Honia plays to T. but the T's are not really positioning well on the board.
And Mr. John Aiyedun has drawn the first blank of the game alongside QC GEWE. I don't think we'd be expecting a bingo from him anytime soon, considering the fact that alongside the blank, he has drawn other heavy that are not so flexible.
All right, Kwaku top moves for Victor right now is RHO to JO, you know, making his rack look so flexible with Ryan. A couple of floats on the board. The R is also a float, and he can get back his lead in the game or continue keeping his lead in the game.
Would you prefer Ro or Rhino? You know, playing R and Rhino gives 3 extra floats, you know, excluding those from rat line.
Yeah.
Or you decide to play safe and play Ro instead.
Ro is very, very cool. Ryan is a very balanced rack lead. We can see him doing Rhino. He has his choice. You know, I was just saying that sometimes you don't actually play, you don't really need to play your best move all the time. It's a mind game. You go with what your mind is telling you, and you may get it right. This is John's rack, GCQEWE blank. There's a word very close to this, Greg. I don't know if you know that coin solas, GRECQUE. Yeah, very close to that. You know, you can see the combination, but the E and the W is kind of making that tough for him. All right, what will he do in this turn? What is Kwaku telling us to do for him? Krewe, okay, that's beautiful. It gives out a lot, but you know, beautiful, beautiful anyway. Just take your move and go. Yeah, he's doing that. Okay, he's doing Q to be on the safe side. You know, Krewe is giving out a lot there on the top, beside it, and the likes. So Q looks cool. Keeping GEQ. All right. I just want to pick something that may actually make this track balance in no time.
Yes.
All right. As he committed crew, all right. He needs you or I to make that rack look you know, beautiful. I guess Victor is playing a bingo to the T of oh, beautiful.
Waste no time, 90 points.
This is what he wants to see at this time of the game. He has to use the T. I think he has a very dead rack, and John doesn't have any business blocking that side. Yeah. Beautiful move, beautiful move, beautiful move. Yeah, like I said, you know, John kept QEG blank. He has picked UAO. Wow. Now he can score 40 to 50, balance his rack with the blank, still have a hope in the game. This is going to be a nerve-packing game.
We still cannot tell who is going to have lead in this game, considering the fact that we've only seen one blank and it's not even on the board yet. And the scores are 182 to 281. If Master John Aiyedun scores 50 points, you know, it reduces the lead. And yes, it's still anyone's game at this point.
Yeah, definitely. I expect to see Quag. OE balance is very good with the blank. If Victor is not going to the queue, John may come back to use the queue. Scoring 50-40 now can just bring John back to the game. And on the other hand, Victor's rack is not looking too bad. Knees and CN, not really bad. He can get a couple of score anywhere on the board. Yeah, John is doing quack. Oh, you know, I'm always very like impressed when I see them making the best move sometimes on the board. You know, I don't expect them to always do that, but it's very impressive. I just get some kind of goosebumps that, oh, are they the computer that is playing right now?
Yes,
you know.
Yes.
Yeah, not much to do to the queue yet. Victor is having some kind of tough time there, but not really tough anyway. Just balance into and maybe come with a bingo. I may do KEA to that along that right line. You know, that looks cool. Okay. Kana equal King. Okay, cool too. You should be able to do one of them.
I think he has done King.
King, so beautiful.
32 points.
Yeah, that's so beautiful to see.
So no bingos yet for Master John Aiyedun, although he can score 33 points with no that if he plays the K of King.
Yeah.
Although he has WAE arranged, I think he's still considering playing YA for 21 points, keeping ONE blank. Joe, what do you think he should do at this point in time if he wants to come back into the game?
Neo looks like the best move, but AOE is not a good rack leave. So if we want to do Wahi, like as you just said, Wahi keeping away he can actually do Wahi on any angle of the board and get his good score of 20 something and move on, keeping the blank. But looking at the board, the blank may not really be doing much, but it's still much opened. Then an arrow is floating. If he does Wahi now to F5, there's a space for bingo lane there. I know the blank is kind of giving him confidence. Remember, we have Q there, and still take air, so he's not really supposed to be feeling perturbed in this turn.
Yes, there's that as well. But it must seem as though Master Godwin Victor has a bingo, on his rack right now. And yes, we might just be seeing that come down, we can see Ikenne.
Oh wow! Ikenne is right on his rack. Does he play to an R? Plays to an R, but not ending with an R. All right. Let's say it's going to manage that. John to move. I know he's new, but the AOE balance is not too good, and he's also blocking himself from using the Qs. So he's looking at his option. Okay. All right, he made his best choice. New blocking the S right there. 33 points. What can Victor do with Ikenne?
Okay, so if he had played YA, then he might have blocked Victor's bingos, but let's see if he'll be able to spot Ikenne. Yes, let's see if he'll be able
to Ikenne is even dropping. I never saw that angle of the board.
Yeah. 75 points, Ikenne, and this game is slipping away slowly. And it still has the blank.
I'm going. So, have you ever played a Scrabble game and you during the course of the game you have to be beaten so hard, like you'll be pounding as if somebody is about to?
Of course, a lot of times, almost all of my games, you understand, like the pressure,
Yeah.
In situations like this where a lot of people are counting on you to win, and you just have to do your best. You understand? Yes, especially if your opponent is taking a very, very solid lead. You just have to be
Yeah, it happens to me too. So I'm just thinking maybe John may be feeling somehow perturbed because even if he has blank, the board is getting to a condition where a bingo might not be dropping again, and he wants to deliver.
And with his current rack, he doesn't seem to have a bingo. And the tiles are reducing gradually. 23 tiles left. There's a lot to do. Although we've not seen the second blank yet, it's very ironic to see that Godwin Victor has played 2 or 3 bingos and he hasn't drawn, the second blank. That's one thing about Scrabble.
That's exactly. I was about just saying that the bag competition, nothing. You just go into the bag with the belief that you pick something cool. But I think Victor is feeling cool a bit in this game. That is even leading at this stage with 123 points. Expect him to drive that home and seal the game for a stable win.
Of course.
Expect his opponent, his partners to also try and deliver one more win.
Yes, of course. Leading with 120 something, unless there is a blunder or an unforeseen move. I really think this thing is in Master Godwin Victor's favor. But then again, we never can tell. Scrabble is a very funny game.
All right. Kwaku Top movie telling us before for 36. And the other movie saying backed. Okay, what should you have done in this condition?
I really do not think I'll play before. I think I prefer the play of backed.
Okay.
Because before it takes out the R floats, and not a lot of words end with B or BE. You understand?
Okay.
Yes, other than the E that is floating and the I from Ikenne, I do not think there are a lot of floats here. So taking out the R, which is a more flexible float, is not really advisable, especially at this point in time.
All right. John quickly chose 2K Reef for 30 points, keeping Bopa. Bopa is not really a good rack leave. Looking at that har or Scrabble, the back comes is not, and it can actually come with a bingo to the har.
course.
Yeah, right now, Victor has Dirigos, Zirigos. I expect him to be coming to all this how to try to constrain the board now. Wako top choice is saying Gil, Victor won't do that. That's opening the board. Gil for 18 points. The next one is Adagio opening the times 9. I'm sure it's going to be constraining the board at this stage.
Yes, I think he's going to do okay, I think this is
that G or B? Okay.
I think that is greed.
Greed, okay, greed first. Okay, he has taken off the I, now he's going for the R next. John can find a way to open his board. He needs to do that. He has B box and a blank. The other blank is not seen yet. If John draws that blank, he will start having a very good chance to throw the board wide open and win this game. In this board position now, if John plays OX to the side of that grid, he would be locking the board. He won't want to take that score.
Yes, he would not want to do that. Kwako is saying inbox, from the IN.
Wow.
And I think inbox is actually good for 31. It scores well, PEA blank leave, and you're still leaving the R, give yourself a chance to come back into the game. You do not want to reduce your chances at this point in time.
Yeah, I think I love that move so much. He can go for the second blank and also play to the half float there and get himself back into the game. Though the score right now is 295 to 404. I don't know when I see top masters on the stream not tracking it. I expect Victor to be doing something busy now, tracking, trying to look for a way to nip this game in the board, and but they just sit down, feeling relaxed, and
it's very possible that he might be confident that he has the game already. I mean, leading with over 100, he might be comfortable with the lead. And I think Pastor John is opening the board with BOX. All right. I think he's contemplating, BOX, EPA blank.
Basically, box is giving him just 29. Am I correct?
Yes.
And this is giving a lot to his opponent. If his opponent plays Vitex to that place, he will not even mind the R because he knows when you play to the R, he can still take a good score across the triple word lane there. So I was thinking he would be able to spot newbie and play inputs there. As the movie committed, okay, the timer has been pressed. Victor's rack now. Can he play to the X or can he play to the Q or will he want to block the R? Wow.
He has QATS for 39, which will require him, using his S. But other than that, I really do not think he should even be bothered about burning the S at this point because, he already has a solid lead. All he has to do is just keep scoring and keep taking his lead. All he has to do is just, keep scoring and keep maintaining his lead. And he can decide to do OVA, keeping AIST.
Yeah, and John has drawn the second blank. Wow. Victor has to do a very good tidying up in this situation of the board and this situation of the score. Okay, he's going for his top score of cards for 39, increasing his lead by 120 points. John with PAIDE blank. I quickly spot Starpedi for him there, be sitting down, and he can get about 90 points and get close into the game. But the way I'm looking at it, the tiles outside and not too much anymore to give him a back-to-back to steal the game. I think I like Cats. Blocking at that stage may not really prove a lot. Cats 39 increase the lead.
Yes, and yes, it's increased the lead. What he has to do now is not even thinking of how to block the board. It's just how to take his lead because if his opponent bingos and he keeps short scoring, he might seal tilt. He might just lose the game.
Yeah, I presume Victor John may be picking the second blank, and he did, and Victor has been playing out some good number of tiles, but the blanks were not coming.
Wow,
Okay.
Joe, this is very, very funny. Master John Aiyedun has appendix to the X for 98 points. 98 points will make him reduce the margin by a lot. Is he going to be able to spot appendix?
Oh, that would be so beautiful to see on this board. I
Yeah.
love seeing beautiful like affixing. When I remember Wellington, you played affixing on the board. This is appendix double P, then ending with X, And the third option is Tapedi for 86 extra 12 points. It may actually need that appendix. It's taking its time on the rack.
Also, the pressure he might be feeling at this point, you understand, and also considering the fact that he has two blanks, it would not really be easy for him to be able to visualize
if he had an extra P, it might be easy for him to just arrange app, then find a way to use the blank for N, then get appendix. Do you think it's thinking to the X at this stage?
I really doubt it. I think he might be thinking to the S.
All right.
Because I think he has the petty arranged, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So he might be thinking to the S and not even the X.
Yeah, but do you think the extra 12 points will be very important for him, necessary for him to
Of course, it's training, he needs to get as much points as he can at this point in the game.
All right, let's see. I think he's not in appendix. He's about to do Stapedi. I don't know how I saw that so quickly because maybe I saw the rack. I said this B has to sit on the double letter square. How many tiles on Isaac?
11 unseen tiles.
No.
That should be
Victor
4.
has, Victor has 4. 7, okay. Just 4,000 Isaac. I think I can see Victor tracking now. Cool. I want to see that. I want to see these people busy, do something serious to win these medals, not just sit down, holding your hands and being like a bicycle, or maybe thinking, oh, your opponent cannot do anything again. I've gone in this game, and all of a sudden they will just shock you from behind. So he's doing the tracking now. I can see an extra V in the sack. So if he continues tracking, it's very cool. Something else again that might happen is John may want to delay this bingo, but I don't think it's necessary. It's not necessary.
Really not necessary.
Unnecessary.
I want to be thinking of doing last minute premium, you understand? But I think he really needs to play his bingo, pick the last 4 tiles, and really hope for the best.
Yeah, basically, if he tries to delay this bingo, what Victor needs to do is just to play to the X or the S, try to play long word, and he only plays bingo to the R, and that will just be like a background or a bare floor, and it won't be able to give him enough. Remember, cumulative was also part of this event. We win first, then cumulative. Your other players might lose terribly, but with your cumulative, you are able to cushion their losses. Victor Godwin actually played well, just that he was missing Ambrose, his first rack. And, I was saying it the other time that missing the first word sometimes might not really have any basic, it might not really have any basic effect in the game. But sometimes it won't even take any time. Your rack, you suffer from missing that word.
Yes, okay. So I think he just did Tapedi, he has not converted yet. I think he's about to designate the blank. The amount of pressure, other than the pressure of the event itself, playing on stream, it's a lot on its own. It's really a whole lot on its own. So maybe that's one of the reasons why I couldn't spot appendix and other things. But I think in this game, both players have been playing very, very, very well. You understand? They've been seeing their move, from streety to the play of rack line to operate to iconize, beautiful plays by both of the players.
Yeah, I'm really, really impressed. I love this one. I watched this one. I viewed it. I enjoyed it. And it looks like it's a Victor's game now. Mr. Perry will not be meeting up to that score. He will just have to play div now, something, just take a 20-something point score and seal the win first. Then expect one of his team members to also just give him a win. And I know he will feel so happy about that. But this is the first thing of the Hill team. Edo is leading. They need to be win to have a chance at the gold medal. Lagos State need a win to try to pushing them to still be in the game. All right, Tapedi has been committed. That's no brainer. It has been committed already. Wow, I think Victor is he counting or is telling him something? I'm not expecting to be telling him something there. Okay, he's counting the word again, the score again. I think Tapete is 86. I lost 12 points there. The way John sat now looks like, oh man, it's okay. It's done. It's okay. It's
You know,
okay.
12
Yeah.
points would have given him
422.
22. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Though not still reaching up. So that means Victor has done the nitty gritty and tidied up the game even before the end move. I really love that play. I think they're reconciling now. Something the time is not paused, so they're not reconciling. I don't know what's causing discussion. You should just finish this game and let's check on other tables in other categories. John RVOUL. If he sees a free U, he will play Vaulu. I can see Divan or Divna for um, Victor coming down for 12 points. Funnily, there's no high scoring space for this set of his rack. That's funny. I was thinking he's gonna just get the 20 points, then seal the game. Basic score we are seeing here is 17 and 16.
I think Vidna for 17 points, but no, let's look at it from this perspective. Yes, if Appendix was played, it would block out Divna. Do you think there would be anywhere else for Master Godwin Victor to play the
Yeah, that was a very brilliant one. He just need to score about 20 points, and I think he will seal the game with what John has in his hand. He can't finish in a single turn. So all he needs to do is maybe do a two-move finishing that can't be blocked. And I think he will still get the game in his kitty.
True.
So what could Victor be thinking about? Do you know sometimes the game is not really over like we used to say. That's a normal balance. What if he plays a non-board at this stage? If only.
Wow, that would be very, very, very surprising to see because it's not even needed at this stage of the
Yeah,
game. You know,
yeah.
it's leading with about 30 something points. All you have to do is just increase the lead a
Yeah,
little bit.
he wants to
And
score.
yes, so it would be very, very surprising to see at this point in the game.
All right. Congratulations to Gordon Victor from Edo. He has won his board. Now waiting for other of his team members to deliver for them to have at least one game lead
Yeah.
to the last two King of the Hills. Don't get a good fight, I think, or his draw were not too aligning, but he gave a very good fight.
Of course he did. And yeah, it was just the draw that was the problem because from the moment he had the blank, the tiles were not really flowing for him to, bingo and going to the back to get the second one and use it and, be catch up
Yeah,
with Godwin Victor.
yeah. And I think the turn of Rhino also helped him. He played Rhino, he kept ER, and he just threw the board open because he was leading, go to pick seven tiles, and opportunity to get one of the blanks at that turn. I think Rhino was cool too. I'll have done row, but I now see the reason why he did Rhino. But if he didn't do Rhino and he did row, RHO, John may not be playing that chew. At that turn, his rack was so plunky.
Yes, it really was.
Okay, it's cool to know that Bula does not take airs, and we didn't have any business there in this game. Bula goes to Bula E, and get fake airs. The only miss we noticed on this game is Umbros. Please note that our viewers, Umbros is a word that doesn't take airs. Beautiful, beautiful. Godwin is taking his time. He's arranging diva. Maybe something different is beginning to play with his brain. I told you the other time that at this time of the game, things can happen. So okay, we can as well say that he was not doubting Divna. Maybe he's trying to look for a way to finish in 2 moves and score very well after seeing what is on John's rack. I expected him to know what is on John's rack, and I think he has done the due diligence to get that. This is beautiful.
Joe, take a look at this. John has Luva for 39 points.
Wow, and he has arranged that already.
Wow.
What did Victor play?
Aiyedun.
Okay. What was Aiyedun better than Tina?
No, it's yes, he scored 19, but it's leaving VA on the rack.
Yeah, it is 19 points to 17 points, leaving VA. VA is 10 points. This can be costly. John has found Luva. Okay. Can he steal the game with this?
He can. I do not think so, because that takes him to 449, and he's going to get 10. That's 459, 3 points. If he had played Appendix,
Yeah. Wow.
Really helped him to steal the win. Wow.
Yeah.
But amazing find from him.
I must say, yeah. I don't think Victor saw that. I can see him smiling for you.
Yeah,
I didn't see that.
Really do not think.
And I think being happy is taking John. But I wouldn't have done Aiyedun anyway. I think it was then Aiyedun to play VAG up there, to score 19, 14, to score 31. But this one eating, but luckily for him, he's gone.
I'm pretty sure he must have tracked, but he didn't see that Luva would finish there, because we did not think that he would be able to finish in just that.
This is top-notch Scrabble, just like the game we watched that Enoch played, where he kept his F and finished with a 49-point score, reducing the cumulative loss for himself and also helping his team members to be apart from winning, you have to also lose gallantly. Losing with less than 10 is so cool.
It really shows how much work these master players have done, from Sporting Luva to the play of Stapedi with 2 blanks. It really shows how much work they've put in to get this level of the game.
Yeah, that's true. Victor wins this with just 3 points. Wow, 3 points. It's so cool. You can say John doesn't have any chance in this game, but Appendix will have actually been a very good opportunity for him to steal this game, because I'm not sure Victor is saying. Victor is saying Victor saw the Luva.
Hello?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Right. Can you hear us?
Oh, I didn't see the move. I didn't see that score. I didn't see the move.
Okay, Victor, well done. You've done well, winning the game with 3 points there.
Yes, 3 points. But I didn't see the move. I didn't see the Luva. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Did you see Appendix for John? If John did Appendix.
Yes, I saw Appendix.
Okay, that's beautiful. You really played well, but your first move, you missed a bonus Ambrose to greet. You didn't see that?
Ambrose, I adapted it.
Yeah, I saw you arranging something across that line. All right, beautiful play. You've won the game.
Yes, I adapted.
Yeah, nice one. Beautiful game. You've won the game. The S was still with you, and you came with Treaty. I love Treaty. Did you see Siret?
What?
Did you see Siret, the anagram of Treaty?
Yes, I saw it.
Beautiful, but Treaty is the best move to keep the Y at that space. Okay, congratulations to you, and hope your team member delivers so that you can be propelled to seeing the gold medal. Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
All right. We'll also be talking to Master John Aiyedun.
Can you give the speaker to John? All right. Beautiful. I love that.
All right, Mr. John, can you hear us?
I can hear you.
All right. How do you feel after this game?
I felt I should have stolen the game. If I had
Yeah, you really played well. You didn't really do bad. Your draws were not really flowing, but I like the fact that you kept yourself in the game. you maintain the game and you manage the game. And the last pot of lava is really, really, really masterly.
Yes.
Appendix would have actually given you a lifeline in the game because I guess your opponent was not saying that.
He wasn't seeing
Yeah,
the lover.
yeah,
Although
yeah.
he said he might have gone there because he was thinking Volio was good.
Okay,
Yes,
okay,
he was
okay,
thinking Volio was good instead of Velio. Velio. So he was
okay,
mistaking Volio for Velio.
okay, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
But
true.
that was a
yeah.
wonderful find from you, wonderful play.
But it was
Congratulations.
it,
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you very much.
Yeah, there's still hope in the game.
thank
Just
you.
expect one your other players to deliver, and I know you'll be
Yes,
very happy
yes,
to hear that.
yes,
All right.
yeah, yeah. Thank
Have a
you.
nice time. Relax. Get
Yes,
prepared for your next
yes, same
round.
here. All right. Thank you. So now
Okay, can we quickly run through some standings quickly? We haven't gotten the full result of the other categories, but let's look at it holistically. Yeah, okay, let's go ahead holistically. In the females category, it's looking like a Delta affair there. Um, Delta is leading in the female category, 9 games, 9/9. That's so beautiful to see. Ogun is following them closely. 8 games, they have lost one, but their cumulative difference is much higher to Delta's cumulative difference. The third is on about 6 and 3 losses, 3 loss. So that means the first is leading the third by three games, while the second is leading the third by 2 games. Oh, cool. It shows that the first and second has done a lot of work during the course of the round robin. And we have Team Lagos on the first position. They have a good cumulative spread, and they can still come into the medal table before the last two King of the Hills. We are getting to the peak and the apex of the event. Now, let's quickly run through the opens category. Don't forget, round 10 is on, and we still have 2 more rounds to be played. In the opens category, Team FCT Abuja is leading the pack with cumulative spread, 7 wins, 2 losses, with cumulative spread, followed by Anambra, 7 wins, 2 losses, and lesser cumulative spread. Team Ogun on third position with 6 wins, 3 losses, and Team Delta on fourth position, 6 wins, 3 losses. The differences are the cumulative spread. So round 10 is very important. That round will propel us to round 11. And the last category to really take out on is the intermediate category. Um, we have after round 9, we have Team Edo on 7 wins, 2 losses, and a very small cumulative spread of 405. We have Team Ogun on 6 wins, 3 losses, and 1,178. And we have Team Ocean following closely, 6 wins, 3 losses. Team Oyo, 6 wins, 3 losses. Team Delta, 6 wins, 3 losses. I must tell you, this category is very, very tough. Very, very tough. The team event is always looking so easy. Oh, why?